Day 2. Anybody know the 3 corners of a triangle, how much they add up to? There's a certain number you always guess in geometry when they ask you a number.
90.
180 wins the game. 90 is second guess.
45.
45 is your third guess. So write 180 on here. We're gonna put they didn't put the names on it, but go ahead and put ABC wherever you want your ABC to be. In other words, if they don't name a triangle for you, you can go ahead and name it yourself. You can put an A. B, C. Is my ABC right and yours wrong? No, it doesn't matter. The 3 people are going to add up to 180 no matter what the names are. So put ABC. Officially, you would put A plus B plus C equals 180. Someone say out loud, what when things add up to equal 180, there's a word that goes with it. It has 2 P's in it. What is that word? 2 P's in it. Starts with an S. Superficial is close, and I'm going to take it. Put sup above 180 as in supplementary. Whenever you hear supplementary, that means it adds up to 180. This will keep coming up over and over, the whole 180 deal. I simply put who is A. C is a 40. Oh no, that's you. Of course you're going to fall out. If you sit up, you won't even fall out. It'll be hard to. But of course if you do, I'll look out for you. Let's see, what do we got here? A, you happen to be a 30. And then B, you're the X. And you're just solving, you solve that equation. Without solving it, let's see if someone can see it. 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 plus something adds up to 180. 110. Did you say 110 before her? Or should you get it first? Same time. Good eye. All right. So X is going to equal 110. Just looking at it, the numbers are nice and neat. But if they weren't nice and neat, of course, you do your X plus 70. I put the 30 and 40 together, and then, of course, you subtract from both sides. This is the kind of problem they would put on an assessment. So if it feels easy, that's good news, because this is a famous problem, and they like to give it. So it's like a free problem. His friend over here, the X. What letters do you see in this problem? You can see 1 letter, or you can see 2 letters stuck together. What do you see?
X and Y.
There's an X. Oh, that Y. Hey, wait. I was thinking about 2 other letters stuck together, but where do you see your Y? Pointing at the screen. I like that. Oh, I see. Okay. Got that.
Oh, that's not that on the axis.
Yeah, I should have said without looking at these numbers, but here's what I want you to see. You can either see the large X that's there. The other 2 letters that I wanted you to see is, V. There's a V there, and there's a V on the bottom. The reason for the V's is, again, you have to memorize junk. With the sup, you have the 2 P's that when they represent 2 9s that you add together to make the 180 or the 18. Here you need something like, what kind of angles are these? They're going to be called vertical angles. Now these, if you don't memorize anything other than the number 180 and vertical angles, these 2 things come back over and over. So if you had to forget, what could you forget? Oh, this is an obtuse angle. Okay, whatever, who cares? But memorizing that 180 is a number that so many things add up to, keep that. And memorizing that these are called vertical angles because of the V. Vertical angles, the green and the red are equal to each other. They're going to give you that over and over and over again. They're going to give you 1 and ask, well, what does the red equal? Well, all you do to get the answer, you put 134 green, 134 equals whatever is on the opposite side of it. So these 2 guys are equal to each other. The Y plus the 72 in red. You'll solve that equation, and voila, you get another point on the test. If they don't put this on the test, I would be completely surprised. This is like one of the most famous geometry problems. They love this thing. All right, I'm going to subtract 72 on both sides. Voila, I'm a winner. The only thing that makes this hard is that you didn't know that they were equal to each other. And these two loops are geometry talk for the top equals the bottom. Then we subtract 72 from both sides. It looks like a 22. Let's see. Someone do me a favor if you can. Look how and see how many slides there are. That way we'll know how many we'll get through in 12. How many of them are fake? There's like at least one is fake. It has the words on it. Two fakes 12, so it makes a real 10.
Number 2 is fake.
The 3 pages.
2, 4, and 3.
2, 4, 3. So that leaves 3 out of 12, so they're really 9, and this is one of the 12. Yeah. So 9, 8. So the 8. Let's see how many of that. About these two famous problems that you probably will see on an assessment. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? Hey, where'd you get the 72? Where'd you get those 62?
Where'd you get 60?
Boom, I subtracted. 134 minus 72.
And the y doesn't do anything?
No. Yeah.
2 equals y?
That is it.
So if 134...
On your paper, please draw a capital T, but make the red transversal lean. Don't make it perpendicular. Lean it. Make it go at an angle. I want to see what you're going to produce if you were creating that. The red line that you see here is a transversal. But there's a famous one that you're going to be working with. If you've taken geometry before, you've done this line before, it's a terrible place to be because it'll make you learn a lot of stuff with it. All right, hopefully here's what you did. Hopefully you leaned it to the left. I could do double? I didn't even know I could do double. You lean it to the left, or maybe for your transversal, you lean your transversal to the right. Okay. Here's the next thing I'm going to have you do with your transversal. I'm going to make a double T. A double T, I'm going to make anybody know what this top line is called? It might have a name. All right, well, if everyone finds out the name, tell me, that way I can say it out loud. But the horizontal line, say it again? Okay, that horizontal line, we're going to double it, because this is what they're going to love to do. They're going to add a second T-top. Ooh, yeah, I'll call it T-top. I made that up. If you hear that anywhere, I made it up. Let's do it. There's a T-top. It happens to look like parallel lines. T-top. Now, here's what I want you to do with your T-top. I want you to make a transversal that is perpendicular, that is straight up and down, and then do another double T-top and make your transversal lean. We're creating the famous transversal, so next time you see a transversal and someone says, where is a transversal? You'll go like, duh, it's the red line. Just being able to identify the transversal, you are smarter than most people. That's Geometry B. You'll be smarter than them, unless they remember from last semester. Algebra B, 2B, they've already forgotten the transversal, or maybe they didn't even have to focus on it. So here's what I want you to draw. There's one transversal. The letter T with a double T-top and a leaning transversal. The last thing you're going to do is we're actually going to put it in the form that you're going to see it most. But what they're going to say to you is, hey, please identify the transversal. Your job is to know it's the guy leaning, going through the double T-top. Now this letter T, regular, a little extra fancy, and now the one that I'm about to mess it up with because it's the real one. Please make the letter T with a double T-top with a transversal that goes all the way through it. In other words, this one stops at the top. This one stops at the top. I want your red transversal to actually go through it. Once it goes through it, then we'll go to the next page. Because that will be the transversal that you'll be doing. I know! Why do you think Starbucks makes a lot of money? I know! Except I don't drink caffeine. You know why? I'm born into one family that... Alright, so you go ahead and draw the... If you drew it right, here's what it should look like. Famous transversal going through the parallel. Famous transversal going through the parallel, and then if we want to fool you, because normally it's set up like a T, we just turn the parallels and we make them go up and down and put the transversal going horizontal. In other words, hey, we need to fool some students because they're too smart. Let's make the transversal slide that way. The transversal is always the one line that shoots through the two lines. One more time. These are all the possible transversals. Say you don't do anything else today, to be able to identify the transversal in all these pictures makes you smarter than most students in the center, and at least half of the teachers, because half the teachers hate math. So here's the deal. Do it one time wherever you want. Draw a line from this transversal to this red line, to this red line, to this red line, wherever you wrote yours. Or if you didn't put it on the page with the word transversal, write the word transversal. Say the word transversal today. Go home. Hey, you want to repaint your business's parking lot. Is there any geometry involved? Clearly the answer is no, but whatever. You're in school, so they want to see like it's connected. Pull out a piece of paper. No, just if there's space on the bottom. And try to draw out the lines of your parking lot. In other words, if you were making a parking lot for your business, what would it look like? Go ahead and do that, please. I'm going to take like a few seconds. Wow, this is one of the pages. It might look like this. Yeah, maybe it would. Where the compact is really small. All right, make a parking lot. I'm going to make one for 20 seconds, but if I were in high school, this is what I would do, just because, I don't know, the sun side of me that hates doing things the regular way. Oh, yeah, this is sweet. Yeah. Let me see, what am I doing? Yeah.
How the hell were you parking there?
Well, I'm putting these people here in this one. They get used to it. Yeah. Oh, and then instead of all white, I'd ask, hey, can I get some colors? I know white is probably the cheapest price. I'm like, can we splurge a little bit? Maybe do like some different colors. That way it'd be like if you park in the Christmas parking lot, the Christmas colors, or maybe yellow and whatever. And then I might do another one. We gotta move on. My second parking lot. I'd get in trouble for this one, but it's an idea in my head. I don't know how they're gonna get out of it. But like we all go in like a snail. We drive in. Yeah, oh, thank you. I think she's saying I like it as opposed to that's crazy. I don't know. We're brainstorming here. When you brainstorm, everything is cool. And then I haven't figured out how the car's gonna get out of it. But you drive in here and you park like here. Here's at the end. Okay, she likes it even better. That's cool. Maybe it's a ramp, and then to get out, it slides under. I haven't figured it all out yet. I'm just saying. Please draw an arrow, write the word transversal, and draw an arrow from that word to the line that is the transversal. If you had a highlighter, I would ask you to grab a highlighter, highlight the line that is the transversal. Now the fact that I can say the word transversal and you know what to highlight, oh, I'm impressed by you. You don't even know that you're so much smarter than everybody else. To say the word transversal and you know what to highlight. Write the word transversal. Hopefully you wrote the word transversal, universal. That versal thing must mean something. I don't know what it means, but trans usually means to move, so why transversal means that, I'll have to find it out. Universal, uni, the entire, that's one thing. Universe is one universe. Any other versals that we know of? Who said? That does a sexual, but the trans part means, yeah, things are changing. He's saying, please draw. Close it off. Make it look like mine. When they give you the two parallel lines, which they will, if you were to close off the boxes, you could easily see that inside the box is the interior. And anything outside the box is exterior.
That's dumb. We know that.
So any of the angles they're going to ask you about
That's like a car
that are inside the box, they're going to be called interior angles. Any of the angles that are outside the box are going to be called exterior angles. They're going to have a bunch of names going with it. I fought with as much as I could. That's much better. 2 and 4. Inception. 2. Woke up at 6. 6. I woke up at 6.
I went to bed at 4, dude.
7. If you can only memorize one of these, the one that will show up the most is going to be this guy here. Alternate interior angle. So you can highlight him. The other thing I'm going to do with him, if you've ever seen this letter in the alphabet before, you will use it. And it will always help you find alternate interior angles. It is this letter if you've ever seen it before. Almost. It's 2 minutes late, but yeah. After I do this right here, I make the letter Z. That's it. The letter Z will always tell you, and you put these two little marks. Flip in one corner of the Z, the other corner of the Z. The two corners of the Z are always equal to each other. They're congruent. They're the same amount. If you draw the letter Z, you automatically have two answers. They will always give you this one because it's their favorite, and I just gave it to you for free.